Hi, my name is Dale. I owned a typewriter shop in Chicago for about 25-30 years, sold it in 2000. I was a dealer in Hermes typewriters, Olympia typewriters, and just about any other brand. I have had quite a time buying machines on eBay, especially Hermes. I've been restoring them for the last 20 years or so as a hobby. I'm now 84 years old, so I should know what I'm doing by now. At any rate, I wanted to make a video on how to pack a Hermes because so many of the Hermes I get are damaged in shipping, probably about half of them, and it's a real shame. So I thought I would do a video showing how to properly pack a Hermes, at least the way I pack the Hermes, which I think is very safe. I rarely ever have any damage when I ship machines, but many of the machines I get in are damaged, and that's a shame. I have to send them back, get a refund. So anyway, here's a nice Hermes. I'm going to pack this up, show you how to do it. The first thing you got to do is center and lock the carriage. Very, very important. So many I get are not locked, and it'll damage the carriage, and then you got a worthless machine. Here is the carriage lock device. It's a little silver lever that protrudes out of the right side of the carriage. Not the lever above it, which is for setting the margins, but the lever below it. I'm going to try to show that to you so there's no confusion on which lever it is. It's this one right here. To lock it, you simply move the carriage over to the right, depress, while holding the carriage, depress that lock lever and slide the carriage over until it stops. Now it's locked. It will not move, it will not become unlocked. I highly recommend locking the carriage. It's a must. The next thing I do is I put some newspaper inside the basket here, the type basket. Usually one sheet is adequate. Wrap it up, put it down in there. That keeps the type bars from moving in shipment. The other thing I do is lock the shift lock, so that the basket is in a depressed position and will not be bouncing around in shipment. Those are the three things you've got to do. Lock the carriage, put some newspaper in here, any kind of paper actually will work, just one sheet of newspaper is fine, ideal, and lock the shift. Then put your case on the machine. That's all you have to do. No packing goes inside the machine. Lock it down. Now, we are going to wrap the machine in large bubble wrap. This is the best wrap to use. Gives adequate cushion. Large bubble wrap, not the small cell. This is the best wrap for cushioning the machine and shipping. I've made a few pieces here already cut to show you how this will work. It's very easy. I always put the bubbles towards the inside to protect the machine most. You start wrapping it, keeping a little pressure on it, and just go round and round. Very, very easy. The key is cushion. These machines will good wrap a minimum of 5 feet on the sorting machine, so they got to be able to take shock. Now I'll put a little tape on there. I use eBay tape because this tape is colored. You can see it. So when the customer gets the machine, wants to unwrap it, with clear tape they can't see what to take off. So this is very easy. It peels off very easily. Once you get that done, turn the machine on its side, being very careful not to let it fall. Take another roll of bubble wrap. I've cut these off of the main roll. That main roll is 200 square feet. You can buy them most anywhere. I get mine at Menards because they got the best price. I think it's around $16 a roll. Or Home Depot has it, Lowe's has it. Stationery stores will sell it. Staples has it. Not the small cell, make sure it's the large cell. This is the best. When you get there, to that point, the first roll, take another piece of tape, and just one is all that's required. Put that on. Now, turn it over again. Take another roll and wrap it this way. And you keep doing this until the machine will fit snugly in the carton. The carton I recommend highly is a medium heavy duty carton from Lowe's or Home Depot, 18 by 18 by 16. Once you get this done, again, turn this over, put another piece of tape on there, and flip it over again, and wrap it again. What you want to do is get this so it's, the carton is 18 by 18, so you want to get this about that same size so it'll fit snugly in the carton. You can keep repeating the process until the machine will fit snugly in the carton. So we've got about, I'm guessing a couple inches all around the machine. We've got, now, won't do it. I like to do this way. Whoop. Well, for expedient purposes, we're going to use this tape and tape it up. There it is. Okay. Now you have to measure it to see if it's 18 by 18. Yep, 18 that way, 18 that way. So it's the proper. Take that over there. Put this over there. Make sure you keep the bubble trap away from the tape. When I get to this point, I put some tape on it that way. Flip it over. Flip it this way. Flip it over again. Tape, be careful you don't drop this on the floor. And take it again. All right. Now, you can see how cushioned this is. When it's being shipped, it's so well cushioned, it's not going to damage the machine. Now we got to put it in the carton. The carton that I recommend highly, and I use all the time, is a Lowe's heavy-duty, medium-sized carton. It's heavy-duty because it has 2 layers of cardboard. Not 1, but 2. 18 by 18 by 16 from Lowe's. Now we've got to put the typewriter in the carton. I've got one taped up over here. Now the typewriter, the carton is 16 inches high, and so far we've only got 12 inches here. So we've got to put 4 more inches of padding in the bottom of the carton to accept this. You can use anything for that. This is pretty well protected. I've got some leftover paper from another shipment. I'll put that in there. Enough so that it'll take up that 4 inches on the bottom. You can use bubble wrap for this. You can use peanuts. You can use paper. Now we take the typewriter, put it inside the carton, and it fits nice and snug. What we want to do now is protect the corners, and what I generally do is take some small rolls of bubble wrap and put them down inside the corners so the corners are protected. I just make these out of bubble wrap. You can use other things, not newspaper, shipping paper. This is the one that got stuck. Put those down there. If you got some extra room, some extra packing, doesn't hurt to put it on the top, on the side. The machine in there is going to have plenty of cushion. That's the key. The amount of cushion you have. Once you get to this point, it's a simple matter of boxing it up, sealing it, and it's up, ready to go. If you pack your Hermes this way, I guarantee you will not be damaged. So that's it. Oh, you can also recommend putting some fragile labels. I got these from Amazon. You can stick these on the top, bottom. I put them generally one on every side and on the top and bottom, and you're ready to go. So that's the packing of the Hermes 3000.